Hi everyone, welcome back to NovelsNook. If you're new here, my name is Victoria, and for today I have another unhaul for you guys. So I think a few weeks ago I did my first unhaul of books that I thought I wasn't going to read, books I just didn't want on my shelf anymore. I am moving, so I'm trying to declutter my life, trying to get things out of there that just aren't needed. I decided to take out even more books and I wanted to share them with you guys today. So if you like unhauls and book hauls and anything book related, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy this video. I just want to make a quick note, if you hear drilling or any kind of mechanical work, there is very loud noises happening across the street right now, and I'm not sure if the camera is going to pick up that noise, but if you hear it, I do apologize. Cars are going by, noises are happening, it's never ending. So the first book I have is Extraordinary, and I don't know why I'm getting rid of this. I think this was a series, so if I'm getting rid of these books, it's not because I hate them, or if it's anything to do with that kind of aspect. It might just be because I have a book and it's the second book in a series, or maybe I read it already and I just don't see myself rereading it. And maybe it's just a genre and a type of book that I'm not interested in reading, because I have accumulated a lot of books that I'm really interested in reading and I'm really excited to add to my TBR. So some of the books that I find myself seeing on my shelf aren't ones that I'm interested in, so I'm like, I'm just gonna get rid of them so then I can add more books that I'm going to read. Like I said, I do think this is a series, and this might be the second book, which is why I'm getting rid of it. Fatally Flaky. I don't know anything about this book, but it's just not something I would read. It was $5, it was a bargain book. Like, this is probably just something that I saw and liked the cover, liked the concept maybe at the time, but it's not something I would read, and I'm really interested in reading some of the newer books that are coming out. So this book is Normal, and I have read this book. I'm not gonna read the second one, so I'm not gonna keep this around. This was a 3-star book for me. The next book I have is A Good Idea. Oh, the cover's right. Yeah, the cover on this is just damaged, so like, I'm not going to keep it. This is just one that I'm not really interested in. I love romance, and not even just romance, but any story that's really fluffy and contemporary and upbeat and happy. Like, those are the books that I really do enjoy the most. And I think this book's a little bit darker, which is, again, something I don't mind, but I just don't see myself reaching for this over other books I have on my shelf. I have a very huge TBR. There's books that I've been anticipating to read for a very long time, and I just see this book at the bottom of the list. I just don't see it as a priority, so we're gonna say goodbye. So this is Wrecker's Key by Christine Kling. It says a novel of suspense. I'm not really into suspenseful novels. I do think this is a series, and that is why I'm not gonna read it. I'm not a series girl. I'm a big standalone. Give me one book. I want to know start, ending, bam, you're done. That's what I want. And I do think this is a series, and I'm not going to read it. However, the cover is very pretty. This is Taking Eve. Oh yeah, it says on the back there's Hunting Eve and Silencing Eve, and these, it's just not something that I would read. Like I said, not someone to read series, but if I'm going to, it has to be something that I'm very invested in, very interested in. The Shatter Me series is one that I definitely want to get to reading, and definitely one that I can find myself wanting to read 100%. So things like that is definitely what I'm going to be focusing more on. And some of these kind of series that I haven't heard much about, ones that I'm not really interested in, I'm definitely not going to be wasting my time in reading those because I have so much other things that I need to be reading. The next book I have is At First Sight by Nicholas Sparks. I'm probably not going to read this. However, I do love Nicholas Sparks. So this is Promises in Death by J.D. Robb. This is like a whole collection of books. I do know, like, this is, I'm not even going to tell you what number this is. Oh wait, it's book 28. See, I do keep these little sticky notes in books that I have that are series because I need to make sure that I get the right books when buying the rest of the series. So this is just a whole collection of books that I'm not interested in reading an entire collection, and that's kind of my personality type, is like I can't just read one in a collection. I have to read them all. And I have another one that is a part of that collection. This is Creation in Death by Nora Roberts, written as J.D. Robb. Again, these are just, this is book 25, but I definitely know I don't want to read 25 of these books. So this is Firestorm by David Klass. I think this is also a series. If it's not a series, it's definitely, oh wait, it is. It says The Caretaker Trilogy, book number 1. Most of these books that I'm getting rid of, they're a part of a series and a part of something I just don't want to invest my time in right now because I'm so limited to availability of reading. I just need to focus on the books that I'm really excited about. So this is The Edge of Everything, and I am excited about this. This one was a big iffy for me because this is definitely one that I think I want to read in the future, but the cover is a little bit broken and messed up, and it's just not something that I'm really into right now. But I definitely have this on my Goodreads. I definitely have this saved so I can come back to it at a later time. So this is Tease for Trespass. This is a 2007. This book is quite old, and it's just not something I see myself reading. The next book I have is Death Takes Passage by Sue Henry. Again, I think this is a series. It's a Jensen, Alaska mystery. I have to be in the mood for a mystery, definitely, because like I've said before, it's not my favorite kind of book, but it's just not something that I see myself reading. There are a lot of great books that have been recommended to me, and some of like the older books are just ones that I'm not gonna read and I'm not even sure if I'm going to like. So this is Ever After, and I do believe this is a, oh wait, this is a series, and this is book number 3. I don't know why I have some books that are like the 3rd book in the series, but I don't have any other books from that series. But yeah, I'm not going to read this because I don't have the rest of the books. I don't know where the rest of the books are. Like, I don't know where I could find them, and I just don't want to do all that trouble, especially for a series that I know nothing about, never heard of it. I didn't even know I had it on my bookshelf, honestly, so it's like, I don't need it. So this book is Two-Way Street by Lauren Barnhold. I have actually read this book. I'm not sure what I rated it. I'm gonna say it 3 stars. If I rated it higher, I'm probably gonna go back and change it to a 3 stars, because this book was just one that I love the concept of it. I love the idea of this book. I loved the perspectives that we get to see by Jordan and Courtney. I loved the idea of this book. However, very anticlimactic. I remember it being so not what I wanted, which I get that, like, you can't always get what you want. But I had such high hopes for this book. The ending of this book was so unsatisfying. Like, I just remember reading it and being like, are you kidding me? Like, that's what you're leaving me with? And I just want an end that makes me want to keep this book, makes me want to cherish this book forever. The ending of this book made me angry. I was just expecting more out of it. That didn't happen. Maybe I should reread it because it was a very long time ago, and maybe I'm just not giving it the credit it deserves. So this little guy is 18 Best Stories by Edgar Allan Poe. I'm never gonna read. I read 2 stories out of it. I don't see myself reading the rest of the stories. that is it. And I hope you guys have a fantastic summer. Stay cool, and I will see you guys next week with another book-related video. Not talked about. There are so much noises outside. It's pathetic. It's fine. Not salty about it at all.